Computer management is the process of managing, monitoring, and optimizing a computer system for performance, availability, security, and/or any base operation requirements. It is a broad term that includes manual and automated administrative process in the operation of a computer. Device Manager is a component of the Microsoft Windows operating system. It allows users to view and control the hardware attached to the computer. When a piece of hardware is not working, the offending hardware is highlighted for the user to deal with. The list of the hardware can be stored by various criteria. Local users and groups is located in computer management, a collection of administrative tools that you can use to manage a single local or remote computer. You can use local users and groups to secure and manage user accounts and groups stored locally on your computer. Local security policy of a system is a set of information about the security of a local computer. The local security policy information includes the following: the domain trusted to authentic login attempts, which user accounts may access the system, and how. The Performance Windows Monitor is the tool that administrators can use to explain how programs running on their computer affect the computer's performance. The tool can be used in real time and also be used to collect information in a log to analyze the data at a later time. PC as a Service, PCAAS, is a device lifecycle management model in which an organization pays a monthly subscription fee to lease endpoints, hardware, and management services for vendors. PC as a Service aims to simplify PC lifecycle management, including purchasing, managing, retiring, and refreshing PCs. System configuration is a system engineering defines the computers, processes, and devices that compose the system at its boundary. More genuinely, the system configuration is a specific definition of the elements that define and/or prescribe what a system is composed of. Task Scheduler is a job scheduler in Microsoft Windows that launches computers, programs, or scripts at predefined times or after specified time intervals. Microsoft introduced this component in the Microsoft Plus for Windows 95 as system agents. Its core component is an anonymous Windows service. Microsoft COM Plus, also known as Component Services, provides a transaction process system for developing, deploying, and managing high-performance, scalable, and robust enterprise internets and internet service applications. A data source is simply the source of data. It can be file, a particular database on a DBMS, or even a live data feed. The data might be located on the same computer as the program, or on another computer somewhere on a network. Print management is the ability to control printers and printing across your organization. In this guide, we explore the different types of print management system available in 2022, covering deployment management, configuration control, print monitoring, and security considerations. The Windows Memory Diagnostic tool is a very useful utility for troubleshooting when the computer begins running slowly, freezes, hangs, or displays a blue screen on its own, and can help detect problems with applications installed on the computer, whether caused by memory errors or not. Windows Firewall is a firewall component of Microsoft Windows. It was first included in Windows XP and Windows Server 2003. Prior to the release of Windows XP Service Pack 2 in 2004, it was known as Internet Connection Firewall. Advanced security blocks websites that are determined to be potentially dangerous. These sites may contain malware, spyware, ransomware, or viruses that can infect devices and make them vulnerable to personal data collection, blackmail, or attack on other computers and networks. Event Viewer is a component of Microsoft Windows NT operating system that lets administrators and users view the event logs on a local or remote machine. User account management is all about managing which users can access specific folders and files, which requires providing specific access credentials to users who need whose privilege access. MSConfig is a system utility to troubleshoot the Microsoft Windows startup process. It can disable or re-enable softwares, device drivers, and Windows services that run at all startups, or choose boot parameters. It is bundled with all versions of Microsoft Windows operating system since Windows 98 except Windows 2000. A general-purpose computer is one that, given the operating application and required time, should be able to perform most common computing tasks. Personal computers, including desktops, notebooks, smartphones, and tablets, are examples of general-purpose computers. A boot causes the computer to start executing instructions. PCs and Macs contain built-in instructions in a ROM or flash memory chip that are automatically executed on startups. These infrastructures search for the operating systems, load it, and pass control to it. With computer softwares, a service is software that performs automated tasks, responds to hardware events, or listens for data requests from other softwares. In a user's operating system, these services are often loaded automatically at startup and run in background without users' interaction. Startup is a general term used to describe the process of preparing the computer, operating system, hardware, or software for operation. This action is more commonly referred to as the boot or boot up. A tool is any program or utility that helps programmers or users develop applications or maintain their computers. A task manager is a system monitor program used to provide information about the processes and applications running on a computer, as well as the general status of the computer. Some implementations can also be used to terminate processes and applications, as well as change the process's scheduling priority. An application program is a computer program designed to carry out a specific task other than one relating to the operating of the computer itself, typically to be used by end users. Word processors, media players, and accounting softwares are examples. In computing, a process is the instant of a computer program that is being executed by one or many threads. In computing, computer performance is the amount of useful work accomplished by a computer system. Outside of specific contexts, computer performance is estimated in terms of accuracy, efficiency, and speed of executing computer program instructions. Computer networking refers to interconnected computer devices that can exchange data and share resources with each other. These network devices use a system of rules called communication protocols to transmit information over physical or wireless technologies. A user is a person who uses a computer or network services. Disk management is a system utility in Windows that enables you to perform advanced storage tasks. Here are some of the things disk management is good for. To set up a new drive, seeing initialize a new drive. To extend a volume into space that's not already part of volume on the same drive. See extend as a basic volume. In computers, to mount is to make a group of files in a file system structure accessible to a user or user group. In some usage, it means to make a device physically accessible. For instance, in data storage, To mount is to place a data medium, such as a tape cartridge, on a drive in a position to operate. Initialization is the process of locating and using the defined values for variables data that is used by a computer program. For example, an operating system or application program is installed with default or user-specified values that determine certain aspects of how the system or program is to function. An extended partition allows more drives. An extended partition allows for more than 4 drives on the same physical disk. For example, where there is only one partition, System-C partition, on a new PC, the operating system, applications, personal files, etc. will be saved to the system drive, which undoubtedly will affect the operating system loading and running performances. So dividing it into 2 partitions can help separate operating systems from personal files. When you shrink a partition, any ordinary files are automatically relocated on disk to create the new unlocated space. There is no need to reformat the disk to shrink the partition. An array is a series of memory locations, or boxes, each of which holds a single item of data, but with each box sharing the same name. All data in array must be on the same data type. Storage spaces help protect your data from driver failures and extend storage over time as you add drivers to your PC. You can use storage spaces to groups 2 or more drivers together in a storage pool and then use capacity from the pool to create visual drives called storage spaces. The Windows Registry Editor, Regedit, is a graphical tool in the Microsoft Windows operating system that enables authorized users to view the Windows registry and make changes. A command is a specific order from a user to the computer's operating system or to an application to perform a service. Microsoft Management Console is a component of Microsoft Windows that provides system administrators and advanced users an interface for configuring and monitoring the system. It was first introduced in 1998 with the option pack for Windows NT 4.0 and came pre-built with Windows 2000 and its successors. So what is Mstsc process? The genuine Mstsc.exe file is a software component of Microsoft Windows operating system by Microsoft Corporation. Microsoft kept the name Mstsc.exe for the terminal service client process when they remained its function as remote desktop connection, and terminal service became remote desktop protocol, also known as RDP. Notepad is a generic text editor included with all versions of Microsoft Windows that let you create, open, and read plain text files with a .txt file extension. If the file contains special formatting or is not a plain text file, it cannot be read in Notepad. Alternatively referred to as Windows Explorer or Explorer, File Explorer is a file browser found in every version of Windows since Windows 95. It is used to navigate and manage the drives, folders, and files on your computer. Windows include a tool called Microsoft System Information msinfo32.exe. This tool gathers information about your computer and displays a comprehensive view of your hardware, system components, and software environments, which you can use to diagnose computer issues. DirectX Diagnostic Tool, or DXDiag.exe. Use the tools to generate a DXDiag text report file, which has detailed information about your computer's graphics, sounds, and other devices. You can use the file when communicating with the Intel support about reporting graphic issues. Disk Defragmenter is a Windows rearranges fragmented data so your disk and your drives can work more efficiently. Disk Defragmenter runs on a schedule, but you can also analyze and defragment your disk and drive manually. A system restore takes a snapshot of the some system files and the Windows registry and saves them as restore point. When an install failure or data corruption occurs, System Restore can return a system to working condition without you having to reinstall the operating system. Windows Update is a Microsoft services for the Windows 9X and Windows NT families of operating systems, which automates downloading and installing Microsoft softwares updated over the internet.